Alright, so July 9th, 2012, and just want to talk briefly about purchasing a vehicle. Okay, whenever you're in business, whether it's the dog business, any business that you're looking at getting going, you got to consider one of the main purchases or main investments that you're ever going to make besides where you're doing business. Purchasing a vehicle, as many of us know, so many things can go wrong. I don't believe in buying off the lot, because when you buy off the lot, whether it's new or used, doesn't matter. These guys are out to make money, and believe me, it's an art form. They have studied this, and they know every trick in the book. So if you want to spend lots of money, go to a car lot. That's my opinion. And you know, I hear all this stuff about, oh, you got a guarantee for 3 months or 6 months if you buy a used vehicle off a lot. What I say is, why don't you go to a mechanic you trust with a vehicle you're buying privately, pay whatever it takes, 80 bucks, 100 bucks, get it checked out thoroughly so you know exactly what you're getting into. So let's go back to the new versus used vehicle. I've heard every argument under the sun, leasing, buying new, buying used, and it's not a big revelation. You don't have to hear this from me, that when you buy new, you might have the satisfaction and the prestige of buying a new vehicle, but as soon as you drive it off the lot, from everything that I've heard, the vehicle loses 25–30% of its value as soon as it hits the street. So that to me is a no-brainer. Buying a vehicle a year old with 10,000 Ks on it, it's just nicely broken in, and you're obviously going to get a much better deal than buying new. And let's go the next step, buying private. Yeah, if you can find somebody that's not doing it for a living. I've heard it said that a quarter of the vehicles being sold in Vancouver or any big city are being sold by people who are doing it for a living. They're buying a wrecked vehicle, fixing it up, or it's not even wrecked, they're just buying it and reselling it to make a profit. So if you're dealing with these guys, some of these guys are really, really good, and you can get fleeced. So you really want to think about who you're buying the vehicle from. Is it somebody that has an original bill of sale, they've taken care of the vehicle? Do they have any way to substantiate that they've had it from the time it's new? When you inquire about the vehicle, if you're getting any lines like, oh yeah, I'm just selling it for my uncle or my friend who's in Fiji, you're on to the next vehicle. And just remember that. Don't get attached to any deal, because if this one doesn't work out, there's another deal leaving on the hour every hour. So many things to consider. We can go on with this one for a long time on many things to consider to save yourself from getting the fleece over. But let's just finish off with the lease versus purchase. Okay, I've heard it said time and time again from people that sound like they're in the know that leasing a vehicle, you're going to save money ultimately because you can write off the lease and blah, blah, blah. Baloney. Check with an accountant that really knows their stuff. I mean a chartered accountant or a certified accountant, and ask them to give you the side-by-side comparison. After paying religiously for a few years with the lease, you don't own the vehicle. Okay, when you purchase the vehicle, even if you're making bank loans, which I'm not crazy about, taking out a loan for a vehicle, which is a whole different topic, you're still well ahead of the game. That's my spiel, and to be continued. We've got a lot more to cover on this topic.